Let's duck up to Brisbane now, where the real campaigning is going to begin tonight, I hope, because Paul Murray's got his pub test in Brisbane with the opposition leader, Peter Dutton, live here on Sky at 9 o'clock tonight. And great man, I think it's time to see Peter Dutton fighting back. I think it's time to see him landing some punches. I think it's time to see him just pushing the agenda, the detail, day in, day out. So we'll be expecting to see some of that tonight, right?
Yeah, time to fire up. I thought the speech, budget and reply, was particularly well written, but you could see he was a little bit nervous. Why? Because it's a big moment, right? He's a very experienced politician, but he's not an absolute creature of politics like, say, Albo was. The speech that he delivered at the very start of the campaign, he's up against sort of the Canberra collective saying that the narrative is that things are slipping away. This is an opportunity for no notes, no backup, just being able to speak to normal people. These are people who watch our channel, who are passionate about politics, who've got real questions for him. And what I love about a pub test or a debate or a people's forum is that it's not really connected to the types of questions that journalists would ask. Like, I was literally flicking around just before the show started, and I know that you've already addressed this, but, you know, the Canberra collective today thinks the story is when he was asked by Colin Jacquier this morning, do you want to live at the Lodge or Kirribilli House? And he says Kirribilli House because the views are nice. That's the story of the day. There are so many millions of people whose lives have gone backwards in the past 3 years. This is a bloke who knows how to run into the fire. Remember, when he said no the first time about The Voice, it was 60-40 yes. He helps lead a campaign that pulls it to 60-40 no. He knows how to marry up with where normal people are, and I believe the first real chance to see that in the election is not about journalists, not about gatekeepers. It's all these people that are going to pack out this joint.
I think you're spot on. The people you have there tonight will ask the questions that matter. I think that was a great speech, the budget and reply speech. I think the petrol tax excise is a great hit back and really good hip pocket relief to struggling families. But that's why Albo went Friday morning, to try and minimise the publicity. So hopefully the coalition can keep talking about that. And Peter Dutton tonight will get right back onto that. I think one of the problems as an opposition leader is getting your message out there often enough. And when the campaign starts proper, then you get equal coverage. So he really should start to pull this thing around, I would hope.
Yeah, look, absolutely. Look, this week also, can't lie, big spectre, big shadow Trump, right? This is in part of, again, Albo's going to say, 4D chess, he always planned it. Remember, he wanted an election that started a couple of weeks ago about Cyclone Alfred. Incidentally, by the way, almost as much rain that fell in and around ex-tropical Cyclone Alfred has gone to the west of Queensland, but there's not as many people there. So you haven't had the rolling coverage, but Peter Dutton is out there as we speak, and there is thousands a head of cattle. That is going to be a much bigger whack to the Australian economy. Yet the Prime Minister is off in Perth. Peter Dutton making the most of his time to go to that place. That's a really important sign of values and sign of priorities. Yeah,
not as many people, not as many marginal seats is the point there. And I know some of the locals out there, some of the mayors complaining about lack of attention from Canberra already. Thanks for joining us, Paul. Good luck tonight. Can't wait for that. 9 o'clock tonight, the pub test in Brisbane with Peter Dutton. Don't miss it. It's always fantastic television. You get through our viewers, through the people that turn up to join Paul in the pub test, you get the focus on the real issues.